Kevin, you forgot some important documents on your desk. Who cares? No biggie. You just left them there, even though you have to turn them in later to the manager. In fact, weren't they due today? Are you sure it's okay that you left them out like that? You might lose them. Oh, shut up. Who are you anyways? Derick? We work together. I see you literally every day. Shouldn't my name be in your contacts by now? Well, duh. Of course you're in my contacts. I'm asking, who do you think you are? You think you can just contact me like this out of the blue? On your high horse. Know your place. My place? Aren't we just coworkers? I don't get what you're trying to say. Don't make me laugh. Coworkers? Don't put us together in the same category. An old geezer like yourself at the bottom of the rung. You're a nobody. I, on the other hand, have my whole life ahead of me. Loads of opportunity to climb the ladder and accomplish things. You think we're in the same position? Think again. Well, I don't know what to say. We do the same work. If we aren't co-workers, what are we then? Jeez, you're so annoying. Just get lost already. Don't you have overtime work to do, Gramps? Get to it. Stop bothering me. And just so you know, it's really creepy that you're looking around my desk like that. Mind your business. Don't you know to respect people's privacy? I understand what you're saying, but your desk was just way too messy. There was trash laying around everywhere, and it was an uncomfortable sight. I was just picking up the trash around the area, that's all. Trash? Funny you'd mention that, 'cause you're the biggest trash taking up space around here. Stinking up the place. Let's just keep things professional, shall we? That's very rude of you to say. I don't mean to lecture you, but we need to be respectful of each other. We are supposed to be a team. I only had your best interests at heart, which is why I found those documents and contacted you. Shouldn't you be more grateful? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. If you care that much, just do me a favor and finish the documents. Then turn them in, okay? Wait, you weren't finished yet? What are you doing? You have to turn them in already. You're really killing my vibe. You're just some old Gramps who's only capable of doing everyone's dirty work. No one expects any more from you. Just do as I say and don't cause any more trouble for me. What's so hard to understand, huh? Your old age getting to you? That's your work to do, not mine. Let's take responsibility for our own tasks, alright? What? You want to complain about what you're being asked to do now? Even though you're some old fart with a pea-sized brain only big enough to do people's leftover work. You damn geezer. All you do is make copies for everyone. Stop getting ahead of yourself. Becoming like you is my worst nightmare. Ugh. I think you've got some real issues looking down on other employees like that. Someone ought to whip you into shape, young man. Your attitude is atrocious. You want to disrespect me now? Huh? You think you have some rights around here or something? I'm just speaking logic here. Plain old logic. I don't get what's so hard to understand here. Anyone will be able to see that what you are doing is wrong. You do know that my dad is one of the executive board members, right? I can get him to fire you in an instant if you keep acting up. Fire me? For what? You do know that would be considered wrongful termination. I'm sure you forgot my family actually has power within this company, but I'll make sure that kicking you out of this company goes smoothly. You don't have to worry about that part. If you go against me, we get rid of you. Understood? You got nothing on me, old Gramps. Thanks to my dad, I don't have a single enemy around here. Of course, no one wants to mess around with someone who can take their livelihood away in the blink of an eye. I'm the authority around here, so you do as I say. That's just wrong. You shouldn't be going around saying things like that. It's very unethical. Oh, great. Gramps thinks he's some superhero or something. Don't you understand how much power I hold? I am an important figure in this company, someone you need to show some respect to, unless you want to pay the consequences. No wonder you're stuck here doing meaningless work, unable to get anywhere worth your time. You must have given everyone such a hard time, huh? Was it worth being the virtuous one? Aren't you embarrassed? How long have you been wasting your time in a job that barely pays you enough to get by? You must have been one crappy employee to never have been able to get far in your career. I'd hate to be you, man. Life must suck. I feel sorry for you, not to mention your kids. Oh, poor kids. Having to put up with some deadbeat father who can't afford to give them anything they want. Do you have no remorse for your family? Kevin, you must be someone who judges someone based on their prestige and their job title. You said that you have authority, but you are also at the bottom of the rung, just like me. How are you any different than me? No, no, no. Like I've explained, I'm very powerful. My dad can fire people left and right around here. You don't get that. I'm sure it's easy enough for even you to understand. You and your dad are different people. Just because your dad is a higher-up doesn't mean you have the same authority. Don't go around acting as if you're any different from me just because of your dad. You're making yourself look really bad. Get a load of this guy! Ha! Some dumb old employee who literally hangs out around the copy machine all day is trying to give me some moral lesson or something. Just shut it already and start making copies like you're supposed to. Son, you don't even know how to make copies. Am I wrong? Have you ever even successfully made a copy in your entire life? Why would I need to know how to make a copy? That's not part of my job description. We have people for that. Like you, Grams. And I actually have money. My family is filthy rich. I don't need to do dirty work to live my life, thank you very much. I can just get other people to do all that stuff. Everyone is practically under my command, and that's how things work around here. I'm sure you understand now. You're just a lowlife with no money. We live in different worlds. I get privileges, alright? Privileges you'll never get to experience for the rest of your life. You're practically admitting that you don't really have much to offer the world in terms of your skills and competencies, son. You're okay with that. I've gotten everything I've ever wanted since I was a kid because of my dad's position. I don't need to work hard to get what I want. Unlike you. You're just some old loser who has to work day in and day out to make some chump change. I grew up in a privileged household, and you grew up pinching pennies. I'm sure you see the difference. That's nothing to boast about. All work is good work, and there is no need to look down on people who are earnestly doing their best to have a good life. If your dad knew how you were looking down on your coworkers like this, just because of their job title, he would be so disappointed and heartbroken. Oh, spare me the preaching, will ya? What do you know? You don't know my freaking dad. Anyways, my dad doesn't need to know what's going on. He can just focus on his own stuff, and I'll keep doing what I do best. I'll be promoted soon enough. I'm just killing time with my current position. I don't really need to be doing this crap, even if I don't turn in those stupid documents in today. The manager can't really do anything about it. I'm free to do things the way I want to. Unlike you, you gotta play by the rules, unfortunately. No one can tell me what to do around here. That's my job. I get to boss people around. You're really going to regret behaving like this. Your attitude is going to get you into some big trouble. You need to develop a sense of empathy and accountability. You need to value your team members more and act with integrity. The hell you think you are? You think you can give me lectures now, huh? You are the one who needs to stop giving me attitude. You useless bum. Tuh. You probably only have a little time left until retirement anyways, so just be the obedient servant you're meant to be without talking back. You're not in a position to be telling me what to do, you know. This isn't about who has authority on the issue anymore. This is about common decency, about you looking down on other employees, disrespecting the people you should be trying to uplift as team members. And I know you're taking your job for granted by the things you've been saying. You don't value the work you have been gifted. How many times do I have to repeat myself? I'm getting tired of this. It doesn't matter if I value this work or not. That's irrelevant. I get that you don't have any money, so you actually need this dumb old job, but that's not the case for me. I have my dad, so I'm going places. I don't care about some measly, worthless job like this one. I'll take my job seriously when I get a job that's worth being serious about. It's not about what job you have. It's about your character. Do you think that just because you get promoted, you're gonna start behaving any differently? Character is about being your best self, no matter the circumstance. And right now, you have no character, son. Woe is me, for I have to continue to listen to your stupid lectures. Put me out of my misery, will ya? You're really getting on my nerves. You're just some piece of trash, alright? You have no right to be preaching to me about character. You're going too far. As a grown adult, you should be ashamed of yourself. Where are your manners? I don't need any manners talking to some dumb old fart who's worth nothing to this company. Come on now. You don't deserve my respect, you geezer. Just looking at you running around huffing and puffing just to make some copies is freaking hilarious. Man, I really want to just get my dad to fire you already. Very tempting if you ask me. Son, I've had enough. I'm the president of this company. No, you're not. This has gone too far. I can't listen to this any longer. I can't believe you don't even remember the face of your own company's president. Although I expected that when I decided to go undercover. What the heck are you talking about? You, the president? Oh, stop with the stupid jokes. I didn't tell anyone outright that I was the president, but I had decided to work a bit as an employee for the time being. I guess the employees who were quick-witted recognized me immediately. They were smart enough not to say anything or spread any rumors. They knew I had my reasons for doing what I did. What? Derick? Mr. Miller? You're the president, not just some old grandpa who does everyone's leftover work. You can just look it up on the company website. My name's there, along with a nice photo of my face. That'll erase any doubts you have left. Are you serious? This is legit, isn't it? Why? What the heck is going on? Why would the president himself pretend to be some employee, making copies and doing some meaningless little tasks? I just wanted to check in with how my employees are doing, to make sure they were doing their job like they are supposed to. I needed to confirm some things. With my own eyes, I needed to see what was going on my own, to really grasp the situation. Because I was able to work in this department, I really got to remember my roots, to remember where I came from. It was good for me. When you say you needed to confirm some things, what exactly do you mean? Funny that you are asking. You should know better than anyone else. Why would you say that? Embezzlement. Someone was using the company's funds without permission. Now I know it was you, Kevin. I have all the evidence. Blasphemy. Embezzlement. I would never. What evidence? I've never done anything like that in my life. I don't need that money anyways. There's no use in trying to hide it. I know you did it. This investigation was going to be over by the end of the week, you know. I didn't think it would have to end this way. I don't understand what you are saying. How could you accuse me like this? What do you mean by embezzlement? You know better than anyone what I mean. Stop the act. I know that while you did your job half-heartedly, you spent all your energy and time trying to embezzle the company funds. Please explain to me what is going on. What is with these accusations? It's weird enough that the company president, who probably has a ton of better things to do with his time, is doing some investigation as an employee. Say what you want now. You'll see what happens soon enough. I have the evidence. There is no explaining away your situation or playing dumb now. All the excuses in the world wouldn't save you in this situation. Brace yourself. Evidence. What kind of evidence? That's impossible. There's no way you would have any evidence against me. That doesn't make any sense. Please don't accuse me of things like that. That's defamation, you know. You'll understand soon. All will reveal itself in due time. Like the fact that this is not an accusation, but the absolute truth. I'll just tell you this now. As your president, I'm so deeply disappointed in you. I can't believe the actions and the attitude you have displayed over the course of my investigation. Your dad, who has been working so hard as one of the board members while you played around ruining his reputation, will know of your actions soon. What are you saying? My dad's going to know about this. Is this some joke? Please tell me this isn't true. This can't be happening. My dad can't know what's been going on. All hell will break loose. If you tell my dad, I won't be able to get that promotion. I'll be stuck in this position forever. My dad will never forgive me. Promotion? You think you'll be able to stay at this company? You will be fired, of course. Your actions have warranted your termination. My termination? You went as far as to embezzle funds, and you still thought you could get away with a slap on the wrist or something? You do know that what you did is considered a crime, right? You've got some guts, I'll give you that. But your contract will be terminated. Immediately. No need to come to work any longer. But then again, I guess you didn't really need this work anyways, right? What? No, you're telling me that I'm fired? No. No way, this can't be possible. I can't be fired. I'm supposed to climb up the corporate ladder. There is no way I'm getting fired. I'm making good pay too. I can't let this happen to me. I can't lose my job. Good pay, huh? From all the embezzlement, I suppose. Otherwise, it's all chump change, right? Our company doesn't need someone like you tainting our image and lowering employee morale. Please don't say that. I promise I'll do a good job from now on. I'll do my very best. Just give me a chance to prove myself. I got into this company because of my dad's connections, so I'm sure you can do something about this. I don't know what to say. You don't feel any embarrassment? How can you say these kinds of things without hesitation? You know what? Sure, maybe I wasn't born into some rich family like you. But I studied like there was no tomorrow, started this company and did everything I could to make it the success it is today. Blood, sweat, and tears. You'd never know. Some kid like you who goes around using his father's name, abusing power for his own satisfaction. I don't see any future for you. Until you learn the value of hard work, you've got nothing going for you. Mr. President, please, don't do this to me. I'm sure this is all just a misunderstanding. Let's talk this through. You think I haven't been working hard at my job? I took my job very seriously. You just happened to catch me at a time when I've been a bit out of it. A bad season, you could say. Otherwise, I'm a great employee. You can ask anyone. They'll tell you. They know how hard I work. Your reputation sucks, son. How do you not know how others are perceiving you? What? No way. That doesn't make any sense. You thought you were better than everyone else, always looking down on your coworkers, treating them disrespectfully, acting as if you had the authority to make them do things they didn't have to do. Not even one person had one good thing to say about you. Are you sure? I thought everyone loved me. I thought they respected me as their coworker. How could no one have anything good to say about me? I don't see why they would love and respect you like you were expecting. At least based on the way you were treating me before you knew I was the president. Why? I don't get it. My dad has so much prestige and power in this company. That has absolutely nothing to do with you. You didn't earn that prestige or power. You haven't contributed to this company in any way. In fact, now we are left cleaning your mess. Why would anyone hold you in high regard in this situation? That wouldn't make any sense. On top of that, why do I need to tell you this? You can't even objectively assess the situation. Your dad has a big burden on his shoulders. It must be really tough to have to look after you. Could you please keep this a secret from my dad? Please, I really need you to do me this favor. After all you've done, you're asking me for a favor? Cut it out, son. Just accept the appropriate consequences for your actions. If my dad finds out, he might kick me out of the family or stop talking to me. And if that happens, he'll even stop putting extra money in my bank account every month. I need that money. I'm paying for my apartment with that money. I won't be able to live there anymore without my dad's help. Maybe I could live with my parents, but until they forgive me, I have a feeling that they won't let me live there. That has nothing to do with me. That's your own business. Take care of it yourself. And why in the heck would you even consider embezzling money if you're already getting an allowance from your parents? You probably grew up being spoiled by your parents. Why would you have turned out like this otherwise? You're the type of person that would do anything to get what you want, even if it means causing trouble for others. I swear that's not my intention. I don't want to cause trouble for others. I would never do something with that in mind, according to your coworkers. In addition to my own observations, it seems like you thought you were better than everyone else. Are you now finally realizing that you'd actually amount to nothing without your father's name and money to rely on? All you did was look down on others, disrespecting the work that they did. To you, it may not seem like it's worth much, that work. But that work is what keeps the company running. And you aren't even at a level where we would want to ask you to do that work. You don't have what it takes. You don't have anything to offer this company. You got it all wrong. That's just my persona at work. You know, that one guy who just doesn't do those kinds of small tasks and slacks off a bit. I guarantee you that I'm capable of doing any work you assign me. I have what it takes. I just need to put my mind to it, even if that was the case. The question would be why you didn't put your mind to it in the first place. And you are the only one who thinks all that. You are living under your own delusion. I recommend you learn how to be humble if you ever decide to try to find a new job after this. I really hope you've learned your lesson here. I said I'll do my best from now on. Please, I need this job. Don't throw me away like this. It was all just a stupid mistake on my part. I promise I can do a good job. I can guarantee you won't ever work here ever again. It doesn't matter what you have to say at this point. Not only that, but since embezzlement is considered a crime, I will be reporting you to the police. The police? You don't have to go that far. Now that you'll have a criminal record, sorry to say, you probably won't be able to find a new job anytime soon. It was not anyone's fault but your own. You have to take accountability for your actions now, son. Give up. Give up? But I'm not a criminal! How could you go to the police about this? This is too cruel. And a criminal record at that. My life is over if that happens. On behalf of my father, please just forgive me this one time. I can't believe, even after all that happened, you are trying to use your father again to get away with your reckless behavior. I guess you haven't learned your lesson after all. I can't do anything to help you. Please, don't say that. You can't do this to me. There has to be another way to resolve the problem at hand. I do have to say, you gave me a good laugh, threatening the president, telling him you'll get him fired and everything. You're a funny guy. Anyways, gather your belongings tomorrow. You won't be working here for another day. It was a real pleasure working with you. Kevin's contract was terminated immediately, just like Mr. Miller had warned. The next day, Kevin's father took the opportunity to give Kevin the biggest scolding of his life, right in front of all his coworkers. On top of that, Kevin's crime was reported to the police, and his father, out of immense anger and disappointment, kicked him out of the family. Of course, that meant Kevin would no longer be getting any money from his parents either. Kevin had to give up his fancy apartment and wasn't allowed to go live with his parents. His life as a rich boy had ended, just like that. Regardless of the fact that he got a free ride to university because of his parents, it looks like he didn't learn a single thing. With no skills and no character, it doesn't surprise me that he hasn't had any luck finding a new job. Rumors about his attitude and crime spread all over, and Kevin couldn't find a single company willing to overlook his history for the time being. After a long search, he finally got hired for a position, only to be deemed as incompetent. He ended up doing everyone else's dirty work and making copies. The funny thing is, he wasn't able to do even the most easiest tasks on his own, constantly being chewed out by his superiors. Rumors say that he spends his days crying while trying to figure out how in the heck to make copies. Struggling to do the bare minimum that's required of him and repeatedly being yelled at by the other employees, it seems like life has hit him quite hard. But Kevin has no one to blame, other than himself, for the painful consequences that befall him. As for Mr. Miller, he was able to finally return to his position as president, his mind at ease after finding out the criminal responsible for the embezzlement.